Hello everyone and welcome to a TBR video. For the month of October, I would like to, for the readathons that I would like to participate in, do individual TBRs and see how many I can get to cross over, but I'll do individual, for the ones I do, we'll do individual TBR videos. So, as soon as I know the prompts. On some of them, I don't know. Maybe on all, I don't know if I'll end up doing TBR videos on all of them, individual TBRs on all of them or not. But this one was created by Becca from Becca and the Books. This is Becca's Spookopoly-thon. I am so excited. She always does such an amazing job with coming up with the prompts and with drawing the images for these. So I printed out this board. I'm going to start off, I think, with, you know what, let's do 10. Let's do 10 rolls. If I get doubles, I get doubles. I never punish myself for not finishing a TBR. So let's start with 10 and then whatever books I get for this. So as of filming this, this is September 19th, and this was the day that Becca released her video. So, whatever books I pick for this, I will try to put on my October Catwalk TBR game, which I have yet to film, and any other October TBR videos that will come out, I will try to put on those as well. So, let's hope for the best, but expect the worst. So, I've got the board printed out. I have a paper to write down the prompts that I get. I have the cheat sheet, this is the rules and instructions, so it explains the prompts in more detail, so I can refer to that. And then, because I have this smaller board, I did write out, instead of 16, I have 14, because my printer cut off, like made one of them like a third smaller, like two of them a third smaller than these already are. Same thing with these. So that's the chance card and the community shelf. So same thing. So they both have 14 instead. So one is prompts. That's the community shelf. And the other is books. I am really excited to get to. Others I still want to read, but maybe not quite as excited to get to. That it's like I would be okay if I waited until next year to read, or who knows, whenever it is that I pick them up. So I'm just doing a quick shuffle of these. I don't even remember. I remember some of the books I wrote down. I don't remember all of them. And I don't remember the prompts. So, little shuffle, shuffle. We're good. And let's go ahead and get into the rolls. Again, I think I'm just, for kicks and giggles, I'm going to start with 10 rolls. So, let's see the chaos that may happen. So here we go. So there's the community shelf. Here are the chance cards. I've got these magnets. So we're going to just swap over to this orange black cat magnet. Excuse the ring light reflection. She says always start on go. And I've got double-sided dice, but I'm just going to roll them here. Okay, let's go ahead and delve into roll number 1. Okay, so I got 8, so 5 and a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Present. Oh yeah, that's right. This is based off of the TBR. I think she said this is a mood read. Okay, so roll number 1 was present. This has to do with tarot cards, the past, the present, and the future. Present, according to Becca from watching her video and double checking with this information as far as the spaces go. Present is a book that you want to read right now. So I have plenty of those. So I just kind of grabbed any one of those. And I would like to go with Fury. The Fury by Michaleides. This was on my fall TBR, books that I hope to get in the fall. So the months of September, October, and November. I will not be getting to this in September. Hopefully October. So we shall see. This one says, this is a tale of murder. Or maybe that's not quite right. At its heart, it's a love story, isn't it? Lana Farrar is a reclusive ex-movie star and one of the most famous women in the world. Every year, she invites her closest friends to escape the English weather and spend Easter on her idyllic private Greek island. I tell you this because you may think you know this story. You probably read about it at the time. It caused a real stir in the tabloids, if you remember. It had all the necessary ingredients for a press sensation. A celebrity, a private island cut off by the wind, and a murder. We found ourselves trapped there overnight. Our old friendships concealed hatred and a desire for revenge. What followed was a game of cat and mouse, a battle of wits, full of twists and turns, building to an unforgettable climax. Then I ended in violence and death. But who am I? My name is Elliot Chase, and I'm going to tell you a story unlike any you've ever heard. I really enjoyed the other two books by Alex Michaleides, The Patient and The Maidens. I really enjoyed those ones. So I do have high hopes for this one. I really want to get to this. And as you can now see, I do have a color here, and that is for my version of my fall TBR, where the book has to have a certain color on the cover, and that was the color that was drawn. So hopefully I will get to this one in October. Okay, going for prompt number 2. An 8 again, which I am okay with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to turn that around just so you can see that hopefully a little bit better, but I landed on black. Roll number 2, black. This is to read a book that has a black cover, so I'm going with a predominantly black cover. Another from my fall TBR is Satiate by MA Cobb. Yeah, black. There's a little bit of red and a little bit of white and some shades of gray in there, but this is a horror romance. So imagine it'll be very dark and very spicy. It says, when a new virus awakens a gnawing hunger, they thought hiding away would be the answer. But as society breaks down, so do the lines between right and wrong. Clinging to the old rules will jeopardize their chances to survive when it becomes everyone for themselves. Caleb fights to fix his past mistakes, while Sarah struggles with her new future. Peter builds his kingdom, but Jessica wants to rule. Will they find a way to satiate their desires? And this was written by MA Cobb. I don't know if I said that, but there it is. Okay, number 3. Moving 8 spots again, except it's a 6 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's in the red, and that is Cauldron. Okay, so prompt number 3 is Cauldron. This is to read a book that has more than one of your favorite trope. This one I have a hard time with as far as picking tropes because I don't really have a favorite trope. I am just like, if it's written well, it sounds good, then I'm good. I will say I do like it when it's dark, but I don't think that's a trope. I think that's more of a theme. So for me, if it's dark, excellent. I will say I do enjoy Mafia. I enjoy Small Town. Let's see, I'm looking at this particular author's website. She's got Second Chance, Small Town, Mafia, Motorcycle Club, BDSM. I do enjoy some BDSM. Forbidden, yes. Enemies to Lovers, fine. Billionaire, don't know if I've read. Yes, I have. No, that's fine. Fated Mates, I tend to enjoy. Secret Baby, haven't read any of those. Office, I don't think I have. Kidnapping, yes. Virgin, have I read it? Yes, I have. Anyway, Love Triangle, Fake Relationships. So there's a whole bunch of them that I like. So I'm going to go with, and this is the discreet version, but this is by W. Winters, also known as Willow Winters. And these are all dark and very spicy. So this one, this is a romance, and the romantic interests are Cade and Olivia. The title is on the inside as well as the synopsis. So this is Broken. It says, let's see, it's a romantic suspense with an edge of darkness, which I love the edge of darkness. I never thought of life like the petals of a rose before, but they are so alike, delicate and easily crushed. Broken, just like he made me. He could pluck away, and there was nothing I could do except be destroyed and accept my fate. That's what he does. He ruins what he touches, ruthless and cold-hearted. They gave me to him, to break, and to do as he'd like, all because I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He grew addicted to the feel of plucking away at me, at leaving me bare and taking control over every piece of me. And if I'm honest with myself, I grew to love it too. So kidnapping is what it sounds like. Touch her and die. Dominance. Possessive. Hate those things in real life, but I love them in a book. Enjoy them in a book. So those are the things that it sounds like, some of the tropes. I'll know more when I read it. But this is what I'm going to go with because I'm sure it's going to have a lot of the stuff I love. And I have loved, I read 5. This is number 6. This is the 6th book that she has written. I have read the first 5, which was in the Mafia romance. And the Valentine crime family was the name of that series. And absolutely loved that series. So I do enjoy Willow Winter's writing. So I'm looking forward to this. And she did say the lighter, like in the discreet covers, the lighter the color, the less dark. They're always going to be spicy, but the less dark the tropes. The darker the cover, the darker the tropes. This is a darker color, so it's going to be darker tropes, which is what I like, is the darker tropes. I do like the light, small town, fluffy stuff too, but I do like me some good dark stuff. Okay, roll number 4. What is with the 8s? 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 greens. And I landed on spooky. I had to make sure it wasn't spoopy, but that is spooky. All right, we are on number 4, which is spooky. So this is to read a spooky book, however you want to interpret that. I'm going with this one, Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates. This cover is nice and dark and spooky. And it sounds like it'll be fairly spooky. It says, it's time to come home. The whole family has owned the Gallows Hill winery for generations. The sprawling old house has long been perched on top of a hill overlooking the nearby town, jealously guarding the estate's secrets. Their wine wins awards, their business prospers, their family thrives until Hugh and Maria Hull enter the dark halls of Gallows Hill one last time and are found dead the next morning. People whisper that the curse has awakened once more. It's been more than a decade since Margot Hull last saw her childhood home. She was young enough when she was sent away that she barely remembers its dark passageways and secret corners. But now she's returned to bury her parents and reconnect with the winery that is her family's legacy, and the bloody truth of exactly what lies buried beneath the crumbling estate. Alone in the sprawling, dilapidated building, Margot is forced to come face to face with the horrors of the past and realize that she may be the next victim of a house that never rests. Oh, it sounds good. Roll number 5. Hey, something other than an 8. I got 3. 1, 2, 3. Seance. Okay, this next. Okay, so prompt number 5. I need to pull up the random generator. So I'm going to pull up a random letter generator. Let's see. Word, picture. Here we go. Random letter generator. It's still loading. It's just a white screen right now. Come on. Okay. So the letter Q is what's there, but I'm going to generate a random letter, and then I need to find a book that has this letter to start with the title. Okay, it's a lowercase d like Delta. Doesn't matter, but I'm starting with a D. Okay. So, what do I have? Okay, so it starts with a D. I'm going with Delicate Condition. This was written by Danielle Valentine. And it says, a tense psychological thriller that asks the chilling question, what does it take to be believed? Anna Elcott is desperate to have a family, but as she tries to balance her life as an indie actress with a grueling IVF journey, she starts to suspect that someone is going to great lengths to make sure that never happens. Crucial medicines are lost, appointments get swapped, cryptic warnings have her jumping at shadows, and despite everything she's gone through to make this pregnancy a reality, not even her husband is willing to believe that someone is playing twisted games with her. Then her doctor claims she's had a miscarriage, except Anne's convinced she's still pregnant, despite everything the grave-faced men around her say. She can feel the baby moving inside her. Oh, can see the strain it's taking on her weakening body. Vague warnings become direct threats, and her symptoms and sense of danger grow ever more horrifying. Anna can't help but wonder what exactly she's carrying inside of her, and why no one will listen when she says something is horribly, painfully wrong. Okay, roll number 6. I got a 6 for roll number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the Browns. And that is lowest rated. Okay, so number 6 is lowest rated. I'm going to do this one just a little bit different. I'm going to go grab 4 random books. Let's do 5. No, 4. Nice even number. 5. I don't know. Anyway, I'll grab 4 or 5 books. And then from those, I will check Goodreads to see which one has the lowest rating. All right. I have grabbed 5 books. So I've got a mix of stuff. This one, the one just in any order, I have The Sanctuary by Andrew Hunter Murray. Let's see how many ratings this one has. Okay, so The Sanctuary has a 3.55. I'm not going to care about how many ratings, but the average is 3.55. So this is the one to beat. And this one's actually a library book. I really do need to read this to return that one back to the library. Next, I have Earthsea number 2, The Tombs of Ottawan by Ursula K. Le Guin. I've got this one pulled up here, and it has a 4.13, so we'll not be reading this one as of right now in October. So this one can be put away. Another library book that I need to read to get back to the library is a Western. We're just going to randomly pick some books is what I did, and that's The Last of the Plainsmen by Zane Grey. So let's see what this has. Okay, The Last of the Plainsmen, 3.77. Okay, so far, The Sanctuary is still the one to beat. Okay. Next, I have book number 1 in a Dark Blood Clan, and this is Exquisite Prey. I think this one's a dark, maybe a fairy romance. I don't know. I'm just guessing from the cover. I don't know. Okay, so this is now loading. 3.8. Okay, so I will not be picking this one up for Becca's Spookopoly. Okay, and the last one that I grabbed is the next book I have to read, I think. I grabbed Torn by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Let me make sure this is number 2, because I don't think I've read the second one yet. Torn by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've got it on the computer over here. Okay, it is number 2. Okay. Whew. I was going to say, I hope I didn't grab the third one. So yes, this is number 2. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. This has a 4-star. Dang it. Okay, I'm happy I'm going to be getting to a library book, but I really wanted to get to this one. So, okay. That is a 4-star average rating. But they're over 32, almost 33,000 on that. Okay, so The Sanctuary it is. Again, this was a 3.55 out of that selection. Okay, this one says, in a disintegrating and lawless near future, a young man journeys north to a mysterious island owned by one of the world's wealthiest men, and finds an entire new civilization waiting for him. Ben is a painter from the crowded, turbulent city. For 6 months, his fiancée, Kara, has been working on the remote island of Sanctuary Rock, the private estate of millionaire philanthropist Sir John Pemberley. Now, she has decided to break off their engagement and stay there for good. Ben travels to the island to try and win Kara back. After an arduous journey, he finds himself compelled to stay. But as Ben begins to traverse Pemberley's kingdom, he begins to uncover the truth of the apparently perfect society the enigmatic Sir John is building. Is Sanctuary Rock truly a second Eden, as he claims, or a previously undiscovered level of hell? Methinks it's going to be a level of hell. So, yeah. Okay, I got to get this read and back to the library. So I am glad it is on this TBR. Roll number 7. We got a 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Present again. Okay, next, this prompt was another present to read a book that I want to read right now, and I've been wanting to read this one right now for a while, and that is Scarred by Emily McIntire. This is a fractured fairy tale. This one is going to be based off of The Lion King. And there is a note from Emily McIntire. Ooh, there is a playlist. I love it when books have playlists. I'm sure I saw that before and forgot that it was in there. It says, Scarred is a dark royal romance. It is a fractured fairy tale, not fantasy or a retelling. The main character is a villain. If you're looking for a safe read, you will not find it in these pages. And I think, there is a map and a crest. So this one says, and when I read the synopsis to you, you'll get the Lion King vibes. So Prince Tristan Fossa was never destined for the throne. That was always his brother Michael, the same brother responsible for both Tristan's tormented childhood and the scar that mars his face. When their father dies, Michael is set to assume the throne, and Tristan is set to steal it. The leader of a secret rebellion, Tristan will stop at nothing to end his brother's reign. But when Michael's new betrothed, Lady Sarah Betrow, arrives, Tristan finds himself in the middle of a new kind of war. The kind that begs the question of what's more important, the crown or the woman about to wear it. Sarah has one plan, marry the king and eradicate the Fossa line, even at the risk of her own peril. But she never expects the scarred prince. He's dangerous, forbidden, and one of the men she's been sent to kill. But the line between hatred and passion has never seemed so thin. And as secrets come to light, Sarah grows unsure of whom she can trust, torn between vengeance and the villain she was never supposed to love. Roll number 8. A 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Community shelf. Okay, that's these purple ones. So I'm just going to go off of the top. So these are the prompts. What does it say? Oh, murder. Murder. And this one, I'm going to go with something a little bit more lighthearted for this prompt, which was community shelf. And that was a prompt. And the prompt that I drew for that is murder. So I'm taking that as a book that has murder in it. And that maybe revolves around the murder. Cozy mystery is what comes to my mind because there's always a murder and the books revolve around solving said murder. And for this one, I'm going with book number 2 in a cozy mystery series. The series is called A Sweet Tooth Culinary Murder Mystery. This is English Trifle by Josie S. Kilpack. It says, things to do in England. Visit Westminster Abbey, the Tower of London, and the London Zoo. Take the Jack the Ripper tour. Creepy. Sample authentic English scones and crumpets. Discover a dead body. What begins as a holiday trip for amateur sleuth and cooking aficionado Sadie Hoffmiller and her daughter Brianna turns into a bizarre mystery when they discover a dead body in the sitting room of an English manor. Brianna's boyfriend Liam is heir to both the family title and the family estate of Southgate, where everyone seems to have a secret, or two. When the body in the sitting room disappears, Sadie and Brianna are stranded at the estate until the police can clear them to leave. With their departure delayed, they might as well solve the murder. Armed with a jogging whistle and her personal recipe collection, an unfailing sense of American justice, Sadie begins her own investigation to find the killer. But as Sadie uncovers layer after layer of misdirection, secrets, and outright lies, she wonders if anyone is telling the truth or if the case is really as hopeless as it appears to be. Take a missing family history, toss in a secret romance, mix with a mysterious murder, and this is one vacation Sadie will never forget. Okay, roll number 9. Another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ghost Tour. All right, number 9, Ghost Tour. This is to read a book that has some sort of historical element. Does not mean it has to be historical fiction per Becca herself. So for this one, this appears like it will have a historical element. This is book number 1 in the Windy City Saga series, and that is Veiled in Smoke. It's a historical looking cover to me, so I'm thinking it's going to be historical. By Jocelyn Green, and this is another library book I must read and get back to the library. It says, Meg Townsend and her sister Sylvie seek a quiet existence managing the family bookshop. Meg feels responsible for caring for their father, Stephen, whose spirit and health are both damaged from his time as a prisoner during the Civil War. Okay, so there's a, depending on how much it dwells on it, that could be the historical element. Her one escape is the paintings she creates and sells in the bookshop. Then the Great Fire sweeps through Chicago's business district. The fiery explosions and chaos stir up memories of war for Stephen, and he runs from the blaze and becomes separated from his daughters. Days later, when the smoke has cleared, Meg and Sylvie manage to reunite with him. Their home and shop are lost, and what's left among the ashes may be even more threatening than the flames. For they learn that a close friend was murdered the night of the fire, and Stephen has been charged with a crime. After he is committed to the Cook County Insane Asylum, where they cannot visit him, Stephen feels as lost to them as the shop that now lies in rubble. Though homeless and suddenly unemployed, Meg must not only gather the pieces of her shattered life, but prove the truth of what happened that night, before the asylum truly drives her father mad. Is this going to say when this takes place? Chicago, September 28th, 1871. Okay, and then what will maybe be the last roll? And yeah, because it's another 8 with the 5 and a 3. No doubles. How's about them apples? Okay, 8 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, another community shelf. Okay, so that's another purple one. Red on cover. Okay. And this last prompt, I am surprised about the amount of 8s that came up in this. Most of them being a 5 and a 3. A lot of 8s. But I am also surprised I didn't get any doubles. I highly expected to get at least 2 or 3 doubles. Didn't happen. So I'm okay with that. This last one was Community Shelf again. And the one that I drew was a book that has red on the cover. So for this one, I'm going with, it's a predominantly white cover, but there is quite a bit of red. And that is Addicted for Now. I wanted to go with, after all these murders, darker books, something more light. Although this does have dark themes in it. Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is book number 2 in the Addicted series. We're dealing with addicted to alcohol, so alcoholism, and someone being addicted to sex. It's not talked about a lot. It is something that has a lot of shame attached to it, but it can be addicting. So this is what I'm going with, is Addicted for Now. As you can see, red roses, red ribbon. The title and the words here are red. It says, he's addicted to booze. She's addicted to sex. Staying sober is only half the battle. No more sex. Those are the 3 words Lily Calloway fears the most. But Lauren Hale is determined to be with Lily without enabling her dangerous compulsions. With their new living situation, sleeping in the same bed for real, together, Lily has new battles, like not jumping Lowe's bones every night and not being consumed by sex and his body. Lauren plans to stay sober to right all of his wrongs. So when someone threatens to expose Lily's secret to her family and the public, he promises that he'll do anything to protect her. But with old enemies surfacing, Lowe has more at stake than his sobriety. And his worst fear isn't relapsing. He hears the end. He sees it. The one thing that could change everything, just 3 words. No more us. And that is it. Those are the books that I plan to read for Becca's Spookopoly-thon for the month of October. Hopefully I'll be able to get these books to fit various prompts for whatever readathons. I know there's one that starts in September. I mentioned that one a couple videos ago, but that goes until the end of October. And then I believe there's a Trick or Treat-a-thon. I now have Becca's Spookopoly-a-thon. I don't know what else, but I do imagine there's going to be another one or two. And then I still need to play my TBR game for October, my Catwalk TBR game. So hopefully I'll be able to get these 10 books to fit across the various readathons. Let me know. Are you playing Becca's Spookopoly-a-thon? And if you've already did your rolls and got some of the prompts, what's your one that you're looking forward to the most? What book are you looking forward to the most? Just something like that. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.